Sabrozu. Hi TSE fans and welcome to episode number 8 of Sabrozu. Now my name is Jason Tolson and I'm here with a very special guest today. This is my nephew Leslie Tolson Jr.
Yep.
Okay, and we are going to be reviewing the Chef Ringgit or Chef 10 Ringgit if you're in Singapore. Okay, and we are going to be reviewing their Rempah. Now, Junior, you have watched my episodes in the past couple of weeks, right? So you would know that we've been reviewing prepared food, right? So what we are going to do today that's very different is we are going to do this Rempah and we are going to create a dish out of it. So this Rempah is for Vindaloo.
Vindaloo,
right?
yeah, that's
so
right.
it's for Vindaloo. So we are going to make a Vindaloo. Actually, Junior is going to be the one to make the Vindaloo.
Pork Vindaloo to be very specific.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be something that you've never done before.
I've never done before. I never made Vindaloo in my life. So it's a good learning experience for me. Yeah. I'm delighted to be here today as well.
Okay, great. So folks, he's single, might not be available, I don't know. He keeps everything in the dark. But good looking boy, my nephew here. Alright, so we're going to start with the cooking proper, folks. Okay, so today's episode is going to be vastly different. We're going to be cooking first. We are going to go through the steps. We'll show you what is required in the recipe. Okay, the great thing about Chef's Ringgit or Chef 10 Ringgit is they provide a ingredients list. Okay, which comes along with the spices, the mustard seeds and all that.
Yep.
And it's beautiful because it comes with such a nice container. Okay, it's a reusable container. As you can see, it has the sticker below and it has a nice thank you sticker on the top. You know, this nice plastic container. So you can reuse it. Okay, you don't need to use all of it for one recipe.
Yeah, you can use it quite a bit actually. It's quite a quantity here.
One container like this, you can use it multiple times. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get cooking.
Wait, before we do that, let's just smell it again. Just like the moment he opened it just now was really great. The smell just filled the room. It's really nice.
Okay, maybe you like the smell of raw spice.
It's nice. It kickstarts something, you know.
Yeah, maybe for you, but it didn't do much for me. But you know what, Paula, I want to say thank you very much for sending this to me. Initially, when Paula from Chef 10 Ringgit sent these bottles of Rempah to me, you know, I told her that I only do reviews for food that's already been prepared. And then she said, no, it's okay, I just want you to try. And I thought about it and we figured, you know what, let's just help her out as well. But at the end of the day, we want to support all Eurasian home-based businesses, and this is one way we can do it. So we are going to cook and then we are going to taste.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's go cook. Alright folks, so it's time for us to cook the Vindaloo brought to you by Chef Ringgit or Chef 10 Ringgit depending on where you come from. Okay, we're in Singapore, so it's Chef 10 Ringgit. Okay, so Junior is going to open up the package. Okay, this is what the package looks like. It comes in a nice little container, this plastic container. When you show it to them, yeah. Okay, this little container here. As you can see, they have the sticker here, a nice cover over here, and everything you need is inside here. Okay, except for some of the other dry ingredients. So we have prepared beforehand, and we're going to show it to you now. So Junior, why don't you open up and let's see the ingredients list.
So inside we have the ingredients list, and also included is a packet of mustard seeds.
Very convenient because it's not easy to find mustard seeds these days.
And it's quite a bit, so you can use it.
Yeah. So this one package, does it tell us how many of these dishes we can make?
It doesn't specify, but it tells you the portions of how much you can use. So you can just take a guess of how much there's left. It doesn't really specify how many you can make.
Right. Okay. So for today, we are working with 250 grams of pork belly and 250 grams of lean pork. Okay. So that's about 500 grams of pork. So based on that, this is the recipe to follow. Okay. So this is the pork right here. All right. So let's go through the list.
Right. So we have Vindaloo powder, of course.
So how many spoons?
Over here, I have 5 tablespoons, sorry, not teaspoons, tablespoons of Vindaloo powder.
Heaping tablespoons?
Yes.
Okay, 5 heaping tablespoons.
So 4 to 5 of heaping tablespoons inside.
Okay.
And after this, we have to turn this into a paste. So we have to add water little by little, and then we have to turn it into a little paste.
Okay, before we do that, let's go through all the ingredients. Okay.
And then from there, we also have 5 to 6 small shallots.
Okay, shallots.
And then 3 garlic pieces that's also inside. And we also have ginger. So it says here that we have 1/4 inch ginger, and
So
it's sliced
about
inside
thumb
a thumb.
size.
Yeah.
Okay, thumb size of ginger. So if you can see, the shallots have been chopped up, the garlic is chopped up, and the ginger is inside there as well. Okay.
And then from there we have the meat into a bowl, and then also basically we have to marinate the meat into the vindaloo powder paste.
Okay. So what other ingredients do we need?
So we have a big onion, which is
Okay.
chopped here.
Chopped big onion. So earlier was shallots, this is big onion. Different flavor profile. Okay.
And then also we then would have cinnamon sticks and the cloves.
Okay, cinnamon
And-
stick and cloves, and this is one thing. This is ketumbar. What is it in English? Do you know? I think this is okay. We are going to call it ketumbar. I'll put the English translation below. But I hate these things because when you bite into it, that's it. You know, the whole appetite is gone. But this is very important to flavor the curry. Okay, Vindaloo curry. Right. So you have the cinnamon sticks, you have the star anise, and you have these little bombs of death.
Cardamom.
Oh, it's cardamom. That's right. It's
Cardamom.
cardamom. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. There's a cardamom.
That's right.
Cardamom pot.
Just came to my head. Cardamom. Yeah. And then also we have the mustard seed from the
bag
from
earlier.
the-
So
from the box.
how much do you put in?
1 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seed.
1 1/4 teaspoon. So it's just your regular teaspoon. You don't have to get the measuring teaspoon. Just 1 1/4 of that. Okay.
And then we have curry leaf.
Curry leaf, also known as curry pla. In Tamil, of course. Okay, so we just got enough to taste, right? Enough to taste.
So
it's up to
basically, so it's to our own flavor profile. How much we want to add, it's up to us. It's
and
up
it
to
has
the
a
chef.
lovely fragrance plucked from my mother's curry plant. I don't think you want to see the clothes hanging in the background, but yeah, this was plucked from the curry plant. Alright, so what else? Is that it?
That's actually basically it. The rest of the steps are more of how to cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So shall we start by prepping the paste?
Sure.
Okay, so what do you need?
Okay, so firstly we need to have a little bit of water.
Okay.
So I'm going to add it
Alright, you tell
spoon
me
by
when
spoon.
to stop.
Alright, stop. So I'm just going to mix it gently, just a bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you want is a smooth paste, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it says in the instructions? Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, okay, do take note that we are going to follow the instructions strictly. Okay, so the objective is for us to cook using the instructions because we never made this before. We are going to follow the instructions and we're going to find out whether it's sabrozu or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, could you add just
A bit more. Okay.
some more? Just a little
Some more?
Yeah. So I can
Okay.
splash it around. So you want to get everything mixed. Nice. Okay, so looking at this,
Higher.
I
They can't
guess-
see. Yeah, there you go.
something like that. Not runny,
Yep.
but not like a rock as well.
Yeah, so it's a nice paste. Okay, it kind of looks like tomato paste, you know, when you get out of the can.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Alright,
Okay.
so basically that's the paste. Is pretty simple. Around 2 to 3 minutes just to stir it all together.
Okay, and the reason why Junior is doing this because he's used to work to cooking Western style dishes, very similar to me. My nephew imitates me a lot. Okay, he does like shepherd's pie, and he likes to do roast and things like that. He does steak,
Turkey,
he does steak, he does roast. So for me, I do curries as well. So this will be your first attempt at doing a curry, right? Okay, so it's his first
It's not
attempt.
my first attempt at curry, but first attempt at vindaloo.
Yeah, okay. It's same for me. But the difference here is because you've not had much experience doing curry, we want to make it such that if you are new to making curry, completely new, you take the recipe from this package and you're able to do it just like that. You know, and the important thing is it has to be tasty, it has to be sabrozu, right?
Yep.
So let's do it. Okay, so what's next? Next, in step 2, okay, the onion has already been chopped. Okay, so we have to mix the meat into a bowl, okay, and mix it well. Okay, so let's
So basically, first we actually have to put this into the paste. Also.
oh yes, we have to add it into the paste first. Okay, so the shallots, the garlic and the ginger goes into the paste and you mix it.
Okay, so I'm going to pour all the 3 inside. I'm going to give it a nice stir again.
Already folks, you can smell it. Once all the aromatics go in, you know, and it mixes, right, you can actually smell it, you know.
And the onions give it a better
Yeah, let's show it to them. Let's show them how
flavorful
it looks.
profile. So So it's gonna look like this.
Yeah, it has to go higher a bit, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just make sure that no onion is left behind. Or no,
I like that.
no garlic is left behind. Make sure they're all nice and pasted up.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice step. It looks like the right texture to coat all the pork. Yeah, it definitely looks good. Yeah. So now we can add the pork in, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's just add the pork in. I'm gonna do that for you.
Oops!
One
One
piece
fell
fell.
on the floor. It's still alive.
Never mind.
Okay. So again, I'm gonna give it a great stir. I think for now I'll use my fingers because it'll be easier. I can get it all marinated nicely. Okay.
Okay, so according to the instructions, we are going to have to leave this for 2 hours to marinate. And you know, if you have the time, you want to do this in advance, you can leave it overnight. But because we are strapped for time, we are not going to wait 2 hours. We are just going to go ahead and cook. Okay.
Okay.
So once we
marinated.
wash our hands, we'll be right back and we'll start cooking.
Yep.
Alright, so we are back. Our hands are nice and clean, so it's time to start cooking. So
Yep.
Junior, what do we do first?
Okay. So firstly, it says to chop a big onion, and we have.
Yeah,
And
which
just
already
to
done.
set it aside. Nextly, what we're going to do is that we're going to start cooking already. So
Okay.
we're going to go to the pan.
Alright, so let's begin. First, we need to turn on the fire. Ooh.
Oops.
That's what happens when boys start cooking, you know, things start blowing up and stuff. But they do say the best chefs are men. No lah, ladies don't get angry. You know, just a joke. Okay, so what are the steps that we are going to do?
Okay. So we're going to pour the oil,
Okay.
around 4 tablespoons of oil in the pan.
Okay,
Then we're going to add the onions that we've chopped before
right.
until it has gotten soft.
Okay, so what you want is you want it to turn translucent, get a little soft. It can brown a little bit, and you want the smell to come out. Yeah, you want the aromatics to come out. Okay, so let's just get you a spatula. Okay, a nice wooden one. Would be good. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you want
Okay,
to add
then-
the oil first?
Sure. Don't burn the paper. Okay.
Yeah.
So around
4 tablespoons. Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Good. Yep. There you go.
Alright.
You want to give it some time for the oil to heat. So we
Yeah,
put it.
yeah.
We have our fire on a medium high at the moment.
Okay. So after we've added the onions into the pot, we're
Right.
going to add the spices.
Okay.
So the cardamom, the cinnamon, and the 1 star anise inside. So we have to fry it till it becomes fragrant.
Yeah. So don't forget, folks. You know the reason why you want to fry is you want to release the oils in the spices. You know, like the cinnamon, the star anise, and the little cardamom pods of death. Those little pods. You want the smell to come out. Some people will actually pound the
that's
cardamom.
right. Yeah.
Okay, but we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it whole. Okay.
Okay. So after that, we add the mustard seed
Right.
and then the curry leaf.
Okay.
And then we keep frying the ingredients. Yeah, and then we always make sure that we don't want it to stay in one spot. We move it around the pot, but always keep it fragrant at all times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we should start with the onions. The oil looks nice and hot.
Okay.
Okay. So let's put the onions in.
All right.
Okay, so folks, if you look at this side of the screen, you should be able to see the close-up of the pot now. Okay. The minute the onions hit the oil, you can immediately smell it. Immediately, the wonderful aroma of onions come flying up. Very nice smell, smells good. Something about frying onions that always makes me happy for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so we've been frying for about 2 minutes now, and the color is starting to change. The aroma is already coming out nicely. Okay, so very soon we are going to actually put in the spices.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if you can see from the camera, it's actually starting to turn a bit
Yes.
brownish at the corners.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Just let it heat up for a few more minutes. Okay.
Alright, so now once it starts to get translucent and soft, we put in the spices.
Yep.
Okay, so let me show them one more time. Okay, so the cinnamon, the star anise, and the cardamom pods of death go in.
Alright.
There you go.
So make sure that it stays fragrant.
And you don't want your fire to be too hot. Okay, you don't want it to be too high of a heat, because you don't want to burn your onions. They are going to be cooking for quite a while, because you want to fry till the smell of the spices come up strong. You know. So if the fire is going to be too high, then your onions will burn before the aromatics can come out. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think we can add the mustard seeds inside.
Let's put in the mustard seeds. So
just
mustard
one
seeds
and
go in.
yeah, 1/4
Mustard seeds go in.
Mustard seeds inside. Okay.
And you know what, folks? You know the great thing about mustard seeds, the difference between mustard seeds and using mustard powder is vastly different. Okay, because the mustard seed brings out the real mustard flavor. Mustard powder tends to be quite mild, and the thing is, your dish becomes yellow. Yeah. Because the mustard powder makes it yellow. So the good thing about using mustard seed is you avoid your dish from becoming yellowish, and you get the full mustard flavor. Yeah. And your shallots are now starting to brown up nicely. Yeah, the onion, the big onion.
Yeah, the big onion, the shallots.
Yeah, the shallots are in there. So the big onion is browning. Smells good.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we do next?
So after that, we'll add the curry leaf.
Okay, so let's.
So it's just to our own discretion. We can add how much we want, but I think I'll just add.
We like curry leaf, so we'll put more. Yeah.
So I've put around
1 stalk.
Yep.
So maybe about say 10
to
leaves.
12 leaves. Yeah. And
about 10 to 12 leaves.
Smells very nice.
Yeah. I love curry pele. Curry pele. You know curry pele, that's right. In Tamil. And it's great if you grow your own curry leaf plant, folks. You know, you don't need to go to the market to get it. You can just pluck it from your balcony or from your yard or whatever it is you have, you know. Okay, so it's starting to smell really good and it looks good, and I think we are ready for the next step, Junior. So what's the next step?
Okay, so based on this, it's step 3. Okay, so part A, it says add in the marinated meat.
Okay.
So we can start adding it in, and then we fry and mix the ingredients into the meat.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and do that? There you go. Oh, do you hear that sizzle, folks? That sizzle, man. Love it. Okay, it's kind of, that side is hot, Junior. You might want to use your left hand. Oh, you can smell the rempah, folks. Immediately, the wonderful scent of that rempah comes out.
Make sure you want to get all the ingredients that we fried just now. Mixed within the. Because the meat will tend to stick to each other.
Yes.
So you want to break it up and then start stirring it again.
And then it says here, next step will be to add 1 cup of water, okay, and keep stirring everything. So I'm just going to add in the water for you into the bowl itself.
You can get the leftover.
Yeah, so we can get the leftover paste. So about 1 cup of water. There you go.
Actually, this vindaloo can be made with any form of meat, right?
Yes, you can use chicken,
beef,
but I think pork
is the best.
Pork is the best. So folks, I got the balanced spice. I'm just gonna mix up the water. Okay, for those of you who are gonna attempt this at home, okay, you can get the kids, or you can get your wife or your husband, depending on who's cooking, to come and help. Okay, it's always better to cook with family. Cooking with family is fun, right?
Fun.
Do you see the oil coming up?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, so once the oil starts coming up, then let's add the water.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna help you pour the water in.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay.
So based on the instructions, it says that what we need to look out for is the curry drying to a thick gravy.
Right.
Yeah. So right now it's pretty watery.
Okay, so actually it says add in 1 cup of water and keep stirring everything. Once done, leave it to simmer until the meat is tender. If the meat is not getting tender enough, you can add another quarter to half a cup of water and allow it to continue simmer. So we are using pork belly. So pork belly tends to be a bit tough if you don't cook it long enough. So now it's on a low fire. We are going to let it simmer and we'll be right back, okay, with more after this short little break. Alright folks, so 15 minutes has gone by. Okay, did we add any extra water? We did, right?
Yeah.
We added about half a cup of water more because the pork needed some time to soften. So let's take a look at how it looks right now.
Okay.
Careful, it's hot.
Yep.
Oh yes, look at that.
The smell is amazing. It's very, very, very.
Hey, you know what, folks? You know the liquid is boiling down. It's getting nice and dry. Yeah, and you can just smell that wonderful Vindaloo spice. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
How's is the pork starting to soften?
Yep.
It is, right?
Yeah. The lean pork was always getting tender,
Right.
but the pork belly took a bit more time, definitely.
Yeah, but now it's nice and soft, so which means that we are almost done, folks. Now we just need to season.
Yep.
Okay. So let's start with let's see what does the list call for first?
So step 3, part D. It says to add a 3/4 tablespoon of salt.
3/4 tablespoon of salt. So this is the salt right here. 3/4 of a tablespoon. This is a teaspoon. So
right. Sorry.
That's a teaspoon. Okay, so 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt. So about that much, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, important thing, folks, is you can always adjust according to your taste. Okay, if you think it needs more salt, by all means, just add more.
Oops. Okay.
Okay, so the salt goes in and stirred nicely. Okay, and then what goes in next?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
And how much sugar goes in?
We're gonna have 1 teaspoon of sugar.
One
the
teaspoon
teaspoon
of
was
sugar?
here. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
So 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of sugar. Once again, adjust according to your taste. Like for us, we don't really like our food sweet, especially for me since I'm a diabetic. So less sugar for me, but I think that would be enough. 1 teaspoon looks about right. And it's really starting to get nice and dry, folks. You can see it, you know, okay, in camera too, okay, over here. You can see it's getting so nice, okay, so nice.
Compared to just now, it's much thicker.
Yes. Okay, so what goes in next?
Okay. Vinegar. Okay, we will have
Vinegar.
half a tablespoon of vinegar.
Half a tablespoon of vinegar. Okay, let's just measure that.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's about half a tablespoon. Yeah.
So actually, according to this, it says some say it's highly recommended, some say it's a must.
Yeah, I think it's a must because my mother's recipe calls for vinegar.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. Okay.
Okay, let's stir that. It looks pretty much done, Junior. I think it's done. But important thing is I think we need to taste and see whether we need to adjust the seasoning.
Okay.
So since you're the one who did the cooking, you taste and then you decide when it's perfect, okay?
Okay.
I'll give you another spoon.
Thank you. Just stir this a little bit more.
There you go.
Thank
so you
you.
can use that for your tasting.
Okay. Let's try the Vindaloo curry. So it's quite chunky with all the onions and the spices.
Is it good?
Yep.
Do you think it's perfect? Do you need to add more salt or anything
I
like that?
think just a little bit more salt.
A little bit more salt.
Yep.
Okay. So
Is that, I think,
just a little bit
yeah,
more.
that's the salt, yeah.
So just a bit more.
okay. Okay,
there you go.
Yep. The heat is already there. It's very, very nice.
Okay, folks, there you have it. Junior's Vindaloo. Okay, as made by Chef Ringgit, or if you're in Singapore, Chef 10 Ringgit. Alright folks, so it's time to eat. Junior, I'm so hungry. It smells great. Okay, you know what folks? It was such a simple dish.
Yeah, it's actually pretty. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward to me.
In terms of the prep time, like I
Wasn't
mentioned
that long?
earlier, it wasn't that long. About 15 minutes to prep,
To the max,
and then
yeah.
about 25 minutes to cook. So it's safe to say that you can have a nice curry in less than an hour. Yeah. But of course, it'll be good if you can prep the meat the night before, as I mentioned in the ingredients list. But we didn't have the time to do that because we wanted to do it on the spot to get it filmed for you. So here it is, folks. Once again, you know, this is the pork belly and lean pork vindaloo. So pork vindaloo, so to speak, but we use a mix of both. Okay, so shall we try?
Sure, go ahead.
Alright. Once again, brought to you by Chef 10 ringgit or Chef 10 ringgit. Yeah? So I mean, I'm still going to say Chef 10 ringgit, you know, but actually no, the brand name is
Chef 10 ringgit. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so let's just dish some of this out. It's so nice and thick and aromatic. You can smell it. Let me just
Thank
serve
you.
a couple of pieces. Then I'm gonna serve myself a couple of pieces as well. Some of the gravy.
Yeah.
I think the gravy is very important, folks. You want to be able to let your rice soak up some of the gravy. Because it's a relatively dry curry. Yeah, it's not exactly.
Give me all the pork belly, yeah?
Oh, okay. Sorry, you can you can have a piece of the lean meat. Yeah,
I'm gonna try some of the lean
the
meat.
lean stuff. Okay.
Okay, let's
So
dig in.
folks, this is how it looks. Okay, with the rice. Okay, he has quite a bit of meat on there. I'm just gonna try. Okay, and have a little bit as well. I'm just gonna hold my bowl up so that you can see. I'm gonna. The meat is nice and tender. You can smell it. You didn't wait for me. Terrible.
The lean meat is very soft. That's nice.
Wow. You know what's the best part, Bo? You know what's the best part? This was his first try. Right? Never made Vindaloo before. And it came out very well. Yeah?
Thank you.
You can taste the vinegar.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
that slight sour tinge. You can taste of course, the spices, the wonderful spices, the onions, the ginger. You know, try not to get the cardamom pot of death. We get that, but all the spices, you can taste everything. Yeah, and the meat is definitely nice and soft. The key is to add more water if you feel that the meat is a little hard. Yeah, but it's wonderful. I think it's great, and it's so convenient and so easy to just get these spices together. Chop up your onions, your garlic, your ginger, put it in a pan and then fry it and then cook. And the spice does get you at the back of the throat.
Yes, it does actually.
Yeah, right at the back of the throat. Right.
It tastes amazing. It's very nice.
So what do you think?
I think it was a good first try. I enjoyed making it.
Definitely, it was a
It
great
was
first try.
quite fun actually.
Yep.
I think I would try the green curry actually. I would.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I love
curry
I
or
love
the rendang.
yeah, I love Thai food, so probably green curry definitely. Beef.
So once again, folks, this was the pork vindaloo rempah that we tried out. Okay, for the first time, right here on Sabrozu. Once again, courtesy of Chef 10 ringgit. Once again, Paula, thank you very much for recommending that we try your rempah. Alright, folks, so we are back. Junior, wasn't that great? Yeah, it was delicious.
It was
It
delicious.
was so nice. It was so very nice. Now it's time for us to give our rating. So what Junior and I did was we discussed beforehand and we decided to give our own rating and then we averaged it out. So these are the ratings that we're going to give.
Yep.
So first for presentation, don't you think that he's presented very nicely?
Yep.
Yeah. The great thing about this presentation of this particular container is, it's really sealed nicely. Okay, and they also included, like I mentioned earlier, the mustard seeds and of course the recipe
Steps to
that
follow.
is sealed in a small little velcro, and then they have this nice cover, okay, that covers the spices as well. And once you close it, okay, it gets sealed nicely. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to keep it in the fridge or you want to leave it out. I think you will leave it out.
I'll
It's
leave
fine
it out,
because
yeah.
it's dry. Okay, so for presentation, Junior and I give it a 4.2. We think that it's definitely a nice presentation. The logo is nice and a nice touch with the thank you sticker on the top.
Above, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so presentation a strong 4.2.
Yep.
Right. So what do you think about value for money?
I think it's pretty worth it actually. You can make quite a bit of Vindaloo with the portion that we made.
Yep.
So for value of money, I'll give it for around a 4.3.
4.3 for value for money. That's our rating that we like to give. And you know what, folks? $30 for two containers. $30. I think it's a pretty good deal. And plus, delivery to any island-wide, any locations only $10. So I think value for money definitely there, because for each of these containers you can do about 5 to 6 dishes.
Yeah.
So simple, and don't forget they have so many different flavors for you to try out. Okay, so you need to make sure that you try out those flavors as well. Okay, so last but not least, the most important thing is of course taste. So what do you think?
I give it a 4.5.
You give it a 4.5. Okay. For me, I give it a 4.3 because not because it didn't taste good, but because you have to be very precise with the recipe. And I realized we forgot one important ingredient.
Yep.
We forgot to put in cloves.
Cloves.
So the 4.3 is not because of the taste of the rempah. The 4.3 is because we missed out one of the Okay, so I give it a 4.3. So let's average it out.
Yep.
So we're going to give the taste a solid 4.4. Okay. So 4.2 for the presentation.
Yep.
Okay. 4.3 for the value for money, and then a 4.4 for the taste. So let's give it an overall 4.3. I think that's a wonderful rating for Chef's Pro Ringgit. Okay. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Chef's Pro Ringgit, you've been officially certified
Sabrozu.
Alright, folks. So it's about that time for us to talk about this week's promotion. You know what? I think she is so kind. Okay, Paula from Chef's Pro Ringgit. She's so kind. And she wants to do a giveaway of 3 containers. She wants to give 3 containers absolutely free of charge, to any of you out there, okay? So it's going to be very simple. The contest is going to be very, very simple, okay? The first 3 people to send the hashtag Sabrozu to this handphone number, take note, 888-95019. That is 888-95019. This is the contact number for Chef's Pro Ringgit, okay, the contact number for Paula. The first 3 people to send the hashtag Sabrozu to this contact number will win yourself 1 container of this beautiful Vindaloo spice. Okay, it's limited to only 3. Okay, so this wonderful giveaway is going to happen right now. Get your phones out, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the hashtag Sabrozu, send it via WhatsApp to 888-95019. Okay, alternatively, you could also send a message to the direct message via Instagram, okay, at Chef Sepuluh Ringgit, or you can search on Facebook, Chef the $10 Ringgit Singapore. Okay, Chef $10 Ringgit Singapore. That's on Facebook, at Chef Sepuluh Ringgit on Instagram, and once again, contact number 888-95019. Okay, so get your phones out and do that right now. Also, for all TSE members, as long as you are a TSE member, the regular price is $30, okay, for 2 containers and with $10 delivery. If you are a TSE member, when you place your order, take a screenshot of your TSE membership, okay, and you can get 2 containers for the special price of $28, and the delivery is absolutely free of charge. Okay, absolutely free of charge, which means if you are a TSE member, folks, you get a strong $12 discount. Instead of spending $40, you're only going to spend $28, and you're going to get 2 of these containers.
With free delivery.
Free delivery.
Island-wide.
It's wonderful, okay? So, on that note, folks, it's that time for us to say good night and thank you for watching. I want to thank my nephew here for coming to cook with me today.
No worries.
Well done. Okay, good job.
Very happy to be here.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, in the meantime, folks, once again, we want to give a big shout out to Paula from Chef's Pro Ringgit. Paula, thank you very much. Wonderful rempah. It came out so nicely. I'm sorry that we forgot the cloves. We'll do it the next time. Okay, but we want to reiterate one more thing. Okay, the TSE, we really advocate for helping out our Eurasian community, and it's very important that for those of you out there who have not contacted us, if you own a home-based business or if you own a cafe or a restaurant, okay, any of you Eurasians out there, feel free to send me a DM on Facebook, okay, or send Taryn or Lizzie or anybody. You can send any of us a message on Facebook, or you can send us a DM on our Instagram at the Singapore Eurasians, or if you're on YouTube, you can search for the Singapore Eurasians. You can send us a DM there. Okay, let us know that you want to be part of this. It's absolutely free of charge. Okay, we are not charging anyone to do this show. Okay, and we are 8 weeks in. You know what? Initially, when we first started this, I said it's going to be an 8-episode show. I don't think I can do that. I think it's going to keep going on, because next week we're going to have another episode where we are going to feature another home-based business, and it's going to keep going on. Okay, as long as we have people coming forward who need some help getting their brand out there, you know, we're going to keep doing this. Okay, so any of you Eurasian home-based businesses, feel free to give us a call, send us a DM, not a problem. Okay, and be sure to also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, please search for the Singapore Eurasians. Go on YouTube, search for it, click the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. Okay, and of course, please do subscribe. Yeah, subscribe and then click the notification bell. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, okay, be sure to visit us on our Facebook and our Instagram, facebook.com/the Singapore Eurasians and at the Singapore Eurasians on our Instagram. Okay, so having said that, thank you very much for spending your time with us right here at episode number 8 of Sabrozu. He's Leslie Jr. My name is Jason Tolson. We are signing off. Good night, everybody.